Thousands of years ago, our ancestors invented languages to allow us to share ideas, communicate needs, and build connections. However, due to lack of modern communication system, words could not spread easily. People rely on books and letters to record their mental activities. That is how we connect with William Shakespeare, Charles Dickens, and Jane Austen. As we step into 21st century, Internet opens another door for us. We have never been so closely connected. When Elon Musk tweets about digging a tunnel under LA, the whole world knows about it in seconds. Is there a more efficient way to spread our ideas other than books? Absolutely, with YouTube, we can publish our ideas to YouTube, just like my 4,700 views ToastMaster wrote tutorials in the past 9 months. The impact comes from my public speaking skill. Fellow Toastmasters, today we're going to uncover 3 valuable treasures from the chest of public speaking. The first piece of treasure is a pragmatic skill. Do you know how many Toastmasters in the world? 345,000. Among them, do you know how many are entitled with accredited speaker, which is Toastmaster approved professional speaker? Only 76. Less than 0.02%. So what are the rest 99.98% doing here at Toastmaster? We're not here for making money. We are here to practice the pragmatic skill. The tips we learn in public speaking is valuable in every aspect of in-person communication. For example, using eye contact to show the interest of topic. Use body language to add texture to the content. Using pulses to provide a breathing room, allow people to digest what you just emphasized. When you practice public speaking, you're improving your communication skill. You may wonder, is public speaking still useful in internet era where everyone is instant messaging, video chatting, snapping, tweeting? Definitely is. In most scenarios, internet has helped to remove the time and space limit of communication. However, when a critical moment arises, we still rely on in-person communication. For example, job interview plays a significant role in a person's career path. As a professional engineer, I have been on both sides of the interview. A typical engineer interview including 2 parts, phone screen and on-site screen. For phone screen, they chat over the phone about an hour to test candidates' background and skill sets. Many companies already have replaced that phone call with predefined online problems where candidates only interact with computers instead of real person. On the other hand, on-site interview still requires 5-hour interaction in person with engineers and managers. So far, we have shown practice public speaking can improve your in-person communication, and in-person communication plays a significant role in the critical moments, even in internet era. As a result, public speaking is a pragmatic skill in the 21st century. Second piece of treasure, self-improvement motivator. Like Rome, a great speech is not built in a day. It takes weeks to craft the draft, polish the content, and practice in front of a mirror. But the truth is, we are preparing for it every day. Every story we hear, every people we met, every idea we think could potentially end up in our speeches. Several months ago, I was told to be Toastmaster in 2 weeks. I always give a mini speech related to the theme. This time, I want to talk about Elon Musk, because I read a lot of his biography and articles explaining his grand ideas. Big fan. The challenge is that I have to condense those into a 3-minute speech. So I went back to my reading notes to revisit Alan's life experiences. I realized that the first principle is the key formula for his success, which became the meeting theme. The mini speech opportunity helps me to understand Elon Musk better. As Toastmasters, we read more books, are open for adventures, and dedicate ourselves to self-improvement. A great speech motivates us to level up. Last piece of treasure is a second potential. Everyone loves to be successful. When people think about success, there are many names on the scroll of fame, such as Ronald Reagan, Steve Jobs, and Jack Ma. We can use one word to describe all of them. Multi-potentialite. It means a person to excel in 2 or more fields. Ronald Reagan transformed from a Hollywood actor to the President of the United States. Steve combined art with technology. Jack Ma used to be an English teacher, but his business expertise helps him to build one of the largest Chinese e-commerce company, Alibaba. But is it practical to be a multi-potentialite as a normal person? Why not? I'm a normal person who makes a living by writing programs. I also love to practice public speaking at ToastMaster. There's a time I need both of them to succeed. Last March, there's a hackathon event at Expedia. Participants would team up and build a prototype in 48 hours. The final judgment depends on a live demo. I was going to demo my team's prototype as a team leader. At a stage, my heart was beating so rapidly because there are hundreds of people in front of me. Hello, everyone! My voice broke right at the first word. Worst speech opening ever. I took a long pause, looked down at my notes again, and took a deep breath. Fortunately, my voice didn't break again during the rest of the demo. If I hadn't practiced public speaking at ToastMaster before, I would never help my team to win runner-up at hackathon. But here comes the billion-dollar question. How could we decide our second potential? Depends on our interest. But I can promise you that public speaking is a great choice. It is conventional wisdom that President Reagan was a great communicator. Steve Jobs was the master to use visual aid when introducing Apple's product. Jack Ma is one of the most influential public speakers in China. If your first potential is your core, then public speaking will make it shine. Today, we found 3 valuable treasures from the chest of public speaking: a pragmatic skill, a self-improvement motivator, a second potential. But the only way to get all of the treasures is to continue the journey of practicing public speaking. Yogi Berra, one of the greatest Yankees, once said, "We'll come to a fork in a road. Take it. Action is more than 1,000 words." Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, Helke. And you have